All right, let's do this. Let's do some more Battle Brothers with our Peasant Militia. Last we left off was destroying Hollowbones Crypt, location of the infamous tragedy at Hollowbones. We got a bunch of money. We're one fight away from completing our ambition. And so I think we have enough supplies here to look for perhaps another undead camp here in this little area of kind of wilderness. I feel like that makes sense. Yeah. Even though it's nighttime, I'll peek on this little mountain. Nothing. Peek on this other one. Something. Overgrown stronghold. Okay. Let's do it. The team is, of course, euphoric, having just taken out Hollowbones Crypt. Of course. How could you not be? Unfortunately, no undead here. But we do got a bunch of briggies. The team does not have, oh. I didn't think they'd move forward like that with all those ranged bros. But I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised. He's in kind of a bad spot, actually. But 103 hit points nimble. Should be able to bail him out fine. Yeah, not having Pathfinder is rough in these fights that are uphill. Kinda sucks. Jamel here literally dug in a hole. It's funny, the FA stack strategy is I hit them too much. It's kind of a funny thing. It's making the fast adaptation stack strategy seem a little silly when I'm not generating the stacks because I'm hitting too many enemies. Ooh, dog shit finish him off. There we go. It's a lot of thugs in this camp, so enemy power is kind of low despite their high unit count. Nice job, Kettlemund. JMO has made his way out of his hole. Cheeky little bastards. We are going to need to swap out several armors after this battle. A lot of them are getting pretty scuffed. Like that one, for instance. Which I think is one of my forge armors over there. Well, this has been a lot of dead briggies kind of all at once. Yeah, the team is... Now that I've got Nimble on most of the squad, not everyone yet, of course, but having Nimble on most of the squad has made it so that we can take these fights and pretty safely be quite profitable. Definitely not gonna let any of these filthy briggies leave. Leave or live. No living, no leaving. I think I can just let my dogs finish them off. Cool. Okay, we got a couple more Nimble helmets, which is nice. So first things first, I'm going to go through and find armors to replace. This one's going to need to be replaced. Okay. Most of the real damaged ones are all swapped out. There's a couple with some scratches that we'll probably just heal up before the next fight. And we got to level up here on Leinard. who quite possibly won't even need fast adaptation with stats like these. So what does that mean for me, build-wise? I've got this dumb sort of idea to not take Pathfinder on anyone this run, because it's not part of the kind of main goofy build that I outlined at the beginning. And so I think, given that, taking it on no one is actually fine? Question mark? So this guy could be... I'm not sure. I mean, it's not smart, but I could just take student to delay the choice. It's not bad. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And what was our stash looking like? Okay. 135 item slots. Would be nice to get another card upgrade at some point. Maybe I'll head back to Meyerwick and take the boat to Diekstad just to sell the things that are in the inventory currently, and then with that money go to somewhere to the east, stock up on supplies, and then make another trip out to the wilderness. Seems like a pretty decent plan to me. Good enough, anyway. Do I have anyone I'd feel comfortable fighting the barbarian madman? I don't think so. I definitely will want to fight the madman. It's just a matter of getting the team up to snuff to being able to do it, you know? Get him, doggy. Dang it, dog. Can't you see? There's already dogs on some of these. Okay, I have a feeling the dogs are basically going to finish them off all on their own. Pretty ding-dang close. Okay, I'll let the dogs just have their fun. I have a feeling they can do it. They did it. Alright. Head up to Meyerwick. Drunkard loses something. We'll give him latrine duty for a month. We're okay with him being a drunkard. Could give him a bad mood to maybe get rid of it, but I don't know. Maybe we should in that case, considering he is a thrower. But whatever. That's kind of interesting. They patrol the road to Diekstadt, Nesselwald, Meyerwick. I might do that. I don't know what the conditions are for getting the like safe roads thing, if it's just like random or if you had to do something on the way. But aha, good. They now have safe roads, which means they will buy stuff for more. Lovely. Considering that's what we're here to do, is liquidate some of our assets. Let's see. The Nomad reinforced helmets are a somewhat inefficient item, so I'd rather have a different potential nimble option rather than that. Okay. Seeing him, kind of thinking if there was anything else I wanted to keep. Don't think there is. Do I want any of these pole weapons? Can be nice to have them as options. It'll be fine to pick up replacements anyway. Alright, we got a lot of money now. It's even enough money that I can do things like speculate on Militia, but training up bros in Peasant Militia is just such a tall order. It takes so long to gain experience when it's, you know, shared amongst such a large squad. Okay, Bijante the Nimble Tank now has Nimble. It's too bad that the resolve roll is so low. Probably still just take it. I don't think there's... We're not going to bother with recover or anything. We'll still take Indom. Mostly for the non-stun purpose at the beginning of fights, but he'll later just turn into a, like, I shield wall every turn kind of brother, where I'll give him second wind potion on the long serious fights with a shield that has some minus fatigue, so sure. So I'll go to Nesselwald, see if I can maybe fight something on the way. I guess I could see if there's anything in this part of the map here in the center. I kind of doubt that there is. Well. Okay, and I'm quite far from the next retinue slot. I can take this amount of money and... Ooh, that'll be a great way to collect some heads. I was gonna say I can take this money and turn it into a card upgrade too, which I think is totally fine. So let's see. I want to do my backup strat, but against the dogs that does add a certain amount of complication. I guess I just go in on them. Oh, whoops. I just blocked Jamel from being able to attack that Reaver. That was a dumb place to move. Let's get FA stacks on this guy. So look at a few attacks off here. Okay. Probably we'll be killing them before they get a chance to go again. Should not have put that dog there. Blocked my other bro from moving forward. That was not smart. Every once in a while, if you click too fast when you're putting the dogs down, you can gum up the works, and the dog doesn't get a chance to go. That's what happened there. Alright, so they get a couple attacks on the tank down there. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Alright. This will be a nice collection of heads to turn into money when we turn in this quest reward. So that'll be nice. Wow, very evasive. Very evasive little guy. And we got a couple bundle of heavy throwing axes, which we'll definitely want. It's unlikely that we care about the whip really at all. could potentially... I'm not a fan of the whole give a whip to your banner thing that seems to have a certain amount of popularity. Little Turd II is a genuinely plausible candidate for that. Even though, again, I don't think it's really all that good. You know, giving cleaver mastery and quick hands just for occasional disarms. But I don't know. We'll keep the option open. Even though I don't like it, I don't think it's totally without merit. I just think it's usually not very good. Yeah, I'd probably still take the one in melee defense. I think at this point, once it starts stacking up, the ones are still better. Just sort of debating whether to take the hit points now that I've got the +4 or to simply put it in resolve. Maybe you can get rid of, or get enough value out of the hit points there. There'll be opportunities to pump up the resolve for the remaining levels. So we'll go ahead and get Colossus in preparation for Nimble next turn. Okay, so we'll see where they came from. If they spawned from a camp, which, I mean, I've got to think that they did. Then we could take that camp out to collect more heads for this little quest. Aha! There it is. They didn't leave much behind. Some thralls and warhounds. Not looking too good for the one remaining thrall. Okay. Easy. Easy peasy. Alright, so we'll make our way back to Nesselwald. And maybe hope it doesn't get safe roads so we can buy ammo on the cheap. Even if it does, that's fine. Ambush trade routes. Boo. That's not ammo on the cheap. That's expensive ammo. And do I even want to speculate on any other bros? I don't know. Hey, Jeff the Jar. Pretty good. Just started a few minutes ago. Not too much has happened. Just, you know, peasanting as you do. Alright, and I think I will take this boat to Meyerwick. They still have safe roads. You love to see it. Wants us to take something to Skjold. We can probably do that. So let's offload the stuff we're not going to keep. And I suppose... Wow, that's expensive ammo. Have to buy a little. Just to make sure our throwing axes don't run out. Yeah, get a famed haircut. True. They do have a famed barber. And we can get a famed haircut here on Blackbeard. Got one in mind. There it is. Let's get clean shaven. Famed haircut. There it is. He's done it. Alright, I am going to accept this contract because I think that's a sensible direction to go anyway. Can sort of see if there's anything up in the snow here. Hopefully we find another undead camp, and there we go. We have discovered the icy cave. We, in fact, a little bit ago, maybe 10 days or so ago, kind of sacrificed someone to the icy cave. Whoops. So, I don't think we have quite the right bro and setup for it yet. At least to be able to do really safely. So I guess I'm holding off on it for a little while, but it's on my list. Build up our fast adaptation stacks. Oh, Blackbeard doesn't even have fast adaptation, that's right. Can't build up the fast adaptation stacks if we're hitting them. Turn my volume down just a little bit. It was a little bit loud. Ka-chonk. There's those enemies that were low on the initiative. I was wondering where they were. This will be kind of nice because I'm thinking it looks like they're just gonna skip right over their allies at the start of next turn, and we can give them a good ka-chonk before they even get to scream. Or a stab, as it were. And all the others may as well move forward. We are going to need to get some weapon masteries going if we're going to keep using the man splitters. And I would like to. I think that's something that the team would be happy to keep doing. Man splitter's a pretty good weapon. It's a lot of dying zombies. Get him, dog. Brave, brave little fella. Fang. Cool name. A lot of little zombies rising up, as they do. No need to use any more ammo at this point in the fight. Dogs should pretty much be able to finish off this one there too. Okay. Got a nice silver bowl and, most importantly, ambition complete. That'll get us the undead necklace, which will make one of our tanks probably much more resilient in the face of screaming and fear and all that sort of stuff. There it is. May as well give it to Bijante here. And we will assign his animal, Ritter, to someone else. Alright, I don't think I need this transitional forge armor anymore. Well, I suppose I kind of do for a little bit. May as well put it on this guy. And we'll level some folks up. A little bit of melee defense or resolve. Let's go with the resolve. He's gonna need some more if he's gonna get surrounded. probably follow almost exactly in the footsteps of Bijanta here on Malik. We'll just grab Underdog and Battleforged. Gerald. Nice level up for him. Can probably grab Gifted and feel pretty good about it, I think. And let's bump up Resolve. 43's a smidge low for my tastes. We got a Pure Thrower here. Sure, we'll grab the Resolve. And then definitely going to take Nimble here on this guy. So let's go ahead and cycle these armor pieces out. We'll give him a 40% Nimble setup here with the Hide and Bone armor and Nasal Helmet. We will ban a spam bot. I wonder if I should ban the phrase best viewers. Is anyone, like a normal human, gonna say that? I kinda don't think so. I don't know what the strat should be to get rid of that crap. Don't want to see it, don't want it in my channel, don't want anyone else to be subjected to it. I don't know. Alright, they got terrified villagers here. Which is too bad. Yeah. The best viewers are already here. In case you were curious. Even with terrified villagers, this isn't like a terrible price for a Saleh. It's a pretty good nimble helmet. I've got this money. I don't need to be too picky about keeping the value high on everything. I think I'm just gonna grab this Saleh. I think that's still worth. And we'll put it on Blackbeard. How's about? Alright, so I can get more Warhounds, and I think that would be a pretty decent idea. I actually think, weirdly enough, the team could do okay in the library here soon. If I wanted to do it, anyway. Don't know that I need to. I suppose not having Pathfinder is kind of a big problem there, though. In any case, I can head to Wallstein and get some more Warhounds on the last few bros that need them, and I can even get some backup dogs, and then make another deep journey to the wilds. Can I get there before nighttime? Got unholds here. Finding some unholds actually might not be a bad thing. I think I'm pretty keen to do it. Let's chase them after I get to this town. Wow, did it. Just barely. Okay. So we'll assign some hounds. We've got one backup. I might just go ahead and buy this ammo, I guess. Because I'm going to head to Campaborg here. And I don't know what the ammo price will be there, or if it'll have a weird settlement condition or something. We'll go ahead and grab some of it here. And then I think I will just go ahead and grab the hounds that have armor in case I lose a dog. The hounds and dogs aren't that different, even though I have a mild preference for the hound because of its extra durability and damage. The little bit of extra movement by virtue of better AP of the dog is kind of nice. Alright, could possibly get some injuries here, but I want to fight these on holds for their crafting supplies. So I'm gonna back up 2 hexes on the squad. Grab ourselves a fast adaptation stack on the way. Or just hit them. I mean, to be fair, I'm sort of just picking a target at random instead of picking like this on hold, where if I hit that on hold, I'm more likely to miss because he was standing on a cliff. So they're all turned done except for this one. We'll let him go. Alright, and then it is funny to me when they hit him with the sling stone ability, because it has such a huge penalty to its hit chance. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him move up and be at least a little bit aggressive. Looks like there's a couple of them. We're just gonna kill that one, and looks like soon that one as well. Great. I think that dog is probably not in any risk where I can put him down. think they've got enough days and stagger on them that I should get basically a full turn. And I think in that time, there's no world in which they are not all dead. And we're basically there. Alright, that was actually a very clean little unhold fight. Took 0 damage and got enough supplies to craft a bone plating. Very excited about that. And we got an unhold hide, which we can turn into something. Probably it'll just end up being dog armor. But there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So I'm gonna sell stuff here. And prepare the squad for a journey far from civilization. Okay. So we'll go ahead and use the training. Hello, Brez1. Thank you for the good luck. So far, so good. Well, the start of it was quite rocky, but we've recovered. Let's see. Jeffrey has a weird... Where is Jeffrey? There's a character. Ugh. A character that made its way into his description there. So I'll spend some money on the training for the bros that we're going to level up. We've got plenty of food, tools, ammunition, and medical supplies, and I think with that, we'll head to some areas we have not yet explored. Could go fight the highest tier barb camp up here too, but let's try to take some fights that are further from civilization. All right. Almost certainly not going to be doing this. We don't have anyone that would be good enough to be able to do it, given Peasant Militia. Destroying 4 locations controlled by goblins would be pretty nice to get the goblin trophy. And we're going to be heading that way. However, winning a battle against 12 or more enemies is like, that's going to happen very soon. So I think we'll just do that. Many chosen. So, how much nimble do we have? We've got it on most of the front line. We're not quite there on everyone. Now, we can beat the chosen pretty easily from the perspective of you know, our bros having nimble and then not being able to be hit. And we should just be able to blast them down with some of our big heavy hitters here on the front. But I think the ones that don't have nimble, we're going to need to either move to the back or be cautious with in some way. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be pretty easy for me to lose a bro here. Maybe I shouldn't even do this. I mean, it'd be pretty easy to lose more than one bro, if we're being honest. Throwers don't yet have duelist, which is a huge damage boost, especially against Chosen, who have somewhat light armor, actually, given their big chunky hit point pools. I'm not too concerned about the front line getting their fast adaptation stacks with the slings and then being a real pain. Tanks do have underdog. I suppose just sitting on the sides is probably good enough. And entire front line has nimble except for this guy, who's got probably a good enough armor. Could do this and he doesn't even get a shield wall. Doesn't have, you know, brow or 9 lives though, so maybe that's kind of sus actually. Honestly, this guy dying isn't a problem, but him losing this armor is a problem. We would hate that. Many isn't too bad. Like, numerically, we outnumber them so much that, you know, should just be able to blast them. Yeah, let's do it. It's possible I regret this decision. Yeah, just 8. Pretty good terrain. Undoubtedly, we're going to spend our first turn backing up 2 hexes and collecting 1 fast adaptation stack on everyone. Normally, I view the cleavers as being lower threat. However, given that, you know, my whole front line's just a bunch of nimble boys, we're gonna assess the cleavers as being pretty high threat, actually. We are intentionally choosing targets to miss. Because we're trying to collect fast adaptation stacks. We're not going to bother with the nets quite yet. And they do have to close the gap on us, like, that's really not a choice. And they ended their turn, so they won't be able to do adrenaline. Turn done, turn done, turn done, okay. So I'm gonna net them, and then after netting them is when I will just go ham. Do I want to put a dog down? Now, Chosen do have, they've at least got Berserk. I don't know if they have Killing Frenzy. I think they might. So given that they have Berserk, I'm kind of reluctant to put a dog down. Could be something that ends up hurting me more than helping. Oh, and I shouldn't have attacked there yet without him being netted. Yeah, let's get some dogs down on some of these key parts right in the center. I think I will stun that one. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on, dog. I don't feel like I moved too fast for that to not be able to attack. Do have the option of netting another chosen here. Probably not a terrible idea. We've got these nets kind of hanging out, burning a hole in our pocket, so to speak. May as well make use of them. Unlike against other enemies where you can put the dogs down to gain a bonus hit chance, against Chosen, well, they've got Underdog. Okay. All that stuff I was saying about like maybe regretting doing this fight turned out to be very untrue. That was like almost a silly fight in how easy it was. Hey, Peasant. How's it going? Alright, that was pretty ding-dang smooth. Didn't really get anything too noteworthy loot-wise from it. Some spoons. Got some spoons, you know? In case the team wants to make like a nice little bowl of ground grains and goat cheese with a little dried fruit. Sounds nice. I know. He did break a nose. That was a kind of a jerk move. Hey, very nice. What are you gonna do after playing Battle Brothers? Watch some Battle Brothers. You love to see it. Alright, I'm gonna give Ruthard a little bit of a break. We'll bring in someone who needs to train up that we might be able to make some use of. Halston here. He's still euphoric, despite the fact that he's got a broken nose. What a Chad. Okay, many Reavers, a drummer, a few Beastmasters, a few armored unholds. Now, armored unholds, they're not like lightly armored. They have an absolute absurd amount of armor. Sitting here in the shade. But in any case, this does seem like a decent fight for us to take. Unholds giving us good crafting materials is certainly a part of the motivation for me thinking this is a good fight for us to take. Make sure to start with our crossbows out in this fight. And do I want to make use of this thick-plated barbarian armor? It's a lot of tools to get it repaired. Maybe not. Yeah, and it's not a very good one. As expected, really. The one-handed flail is pretty mediocre. Alright, so we're going to... maybe just back up one. I was gonna back up two, but now that I think a bit more about it, I just want to back up one. So I should have just thrown the crossbow. Shot the crossbow. Oh well, this will be fine. That's right, hit that on hold. Alright, let's got the guy's throwing spear. Oh, that guy doesn't have fast adaptation. Okay. Well, the unholds are certainly right in the mix. Yeah, taming unholds does sound cool, doesn't it? Actually, I think that is actually a thing in Legends. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. I agree though that taming on holds does sound cool. I mean, to be fair, most of the stuff in Legends is like, it's a lot of like, what if? Like, what if we could do this? Like, what if you could be a necromancer? What if, you know, I don't know, insert thing here. Which, like, there's a lot of cool what if questions you can ask. I think the reality is that most of them aren't in the game for a reason, from like a game design standpoint in most cases, but not necessarily all. Nice. The unholds are down. Because I usually finish off the unholds first, I don't know that I even know what the AI behavior of Beastmasters is. Do they just use the whip as a weapon from that point on? Yeah, I guess so. Usually I'm like, in fights with Beastmasters and unholds, I feel like most of the time, I take out all the other barbs first, and then the Beastmasters start to run, and then I finish off the unholds last. I feel like that's the most common way these battles play out. Yeah, barbarian backliners are pretty miserable. It's funny that, like, you know, Reavers having, like, the best ranged weapon in the game, arguably, are so bad with them. like actually kind of terrible. Alright, the drummer is long gone, but this poor Beastmaster here is gonna have to pay for what he's done. You know, living peacefully in his camp while I came to beat up his buddies. Yeah, I feel like Quick Hands is strong with 16 bros, for sure. I even think, like, it makes whips and reach weapons better. It makes backstabber better. Having 16 bros, I feel like kind of changes a lot, actually. Alright, simple little fight. Blackbeard. Hmm. Don't love the +2 here, but I might just take it anyway. Could even be convinced, because of dodge, to take the initiative just for a little bit more defenses and just, you know, to be a little faster in combat is not terrible. Kind of don't hate it. I should give this weird build a name and assign it to people. Trash adaptation? Trash adapter? Is adapter OR or ER? Oh wow, in the United States, it's adapter with an ER. In other English-speaking countries like the UK and Australia, adapter with an O is more common. Wow. This ain't the UK. So I'm calling this build the trash adapter. Once it has fast adaptation. I think I even like it still on this guy. This guy's a trash adapter. This guy's a trash adapter. Yeah. Unexpected. I gave myself an English lesson there. There's a handful of words in English with just stupid spellings that I don't envy anyone trying to learn English, because, well, English is kind of full of nonsense. Alright, so Erhard here. Let's go ahead and grab a little resolve. 42 is a bit low, even despite having determined. And then I think I'm pretty keen to take 9 lives here. Seems good. We've got a fatigue neutral here. One I've titled Bad Fatigue Neutral. So I may as well take Forge, I suppose. Gonna need a better helmet. It'd be nice to get a named helmet without as much of a vision penalty, so we can still do the nonsense with the sling. Full of nonsense. Good one. I love those kind of jokes, though. The jokes that are bad are the jokes that are good. At least that's how I see it. Alright, and on Little Turd the Second, may as well grab Colossus in prep for Nimble next level. Let's take a +4 in Resolve just to get a bit more here. And given this guy's level 2, and I'm going to be taking him into these big kid battles. Let's grab 9 lives. And my voice is slightly hoarse, and my water is empty, so I will be right back. I am back. Alright, so I guess I could head up there now, but again, I think I wanna be taking the fights far from civilization, and want to head that way. Oh, right, that was more than 12 enemies, huh? Okay, great. Ambition fulfilled. Ah, so this is just one of my little mules, so kind of doesn't matter what I choose there. I don't plan on using them for combat, they're just keeping items safe from the company drunks. Holding on to our holy water and throwing axes and other such things. And another set of nimble armor. Alright, we got another big barbarian camp. Let's see, do I want to use my nets here? Don't want to feel like I've... The other fights went so well. My assessment is still that they don't have to go well. So I don't want to be too greedy. Actually, this guy's gonna be hybrid anyway. Let's just replace Ruthard's helmet here. And despite his broken nose, I think he can still participate just fine. Alright. Yeah, let's fight here in the Champions Rally Field. And so, I think I'm going to do the strategy of backing up just one hex. I think that's what I will be doing. So we're going to back up the back line on the first round and the front line on the second, or well, like after the waiting period. Round wasn't quite the right way to put it. Okay, none of them can meaningfully hit me this next turn. So the Chosen all around the flanks, that's the real problem here. Could reload and shoot the spiked impaler to try to knock this one back. That seems pretty good to me. Yeah, I am going to use a net on the bottom. These chosen on the flanks are unquestionably a genuine problem. Now, Bijante should probably be fine, I think. He can take a couple hammer hits and be okay. Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Hopefully I didn't just give you a death sentence. I don't think so. I think we're okay. Got a stun on that guy. Could try going here though, maybe that's better. Yeah. Especially after doing the shield wall. Okay. Throwing weapons pre-duelist is such a dramatic... Let's go for the stun here. Oof. Going for the stun without mastery. Best to just daze him, I suppose. Got him. Let's get a dog down to finish off that chosen. Okay, not too many enemies left here. Basically all chosen though, so have to be a little bit careful. Oof. Okay. Now they are Looking pretty doomed. Whoops. Swap to a weapon I didn't mean to swap to. No! I shot my own dog. Very sad. Okay, other than the loss of one dog, wow, and another really good forge armor. My god. It's funny, going into this with a plan of making all these nimble bros and all I'm finding is forge armors. Actually, that's a good question. Do you get EXP for killing your own dogs? That's really morbid if so, but maybe you do? I mean, I don't know the answer to that. Well, you get it when you kill enemy, or like allies? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. That's a good question. I don't know the answer. But what a great piece of armor. Boy. The peasants fare well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. We're picking up more forged, like, named forge armors, which is usually like the #1 thing I want to get. But I'd kind of planned on a bunch of nimble builds that I started building towards that now maybe I need to pivot. What a weird problem to have. So I'm thinking like the bros that don't yet have dodge, which is very few, but like this guy who decided to make a fatigue neutral, and not counting the throwers. I guess Halston is not, this is not the stat line for a fatigue neutral. They are far better when built defensively, but I guess it's kind of whatever. Whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna be like fishing for bros. I'm kind of done enough of that. I guess Ryman wouldn't be a terrible fatigue neutral. No, I suppose club-footed kind of, I don't know, whatever. Whatever. Sure. We'll put him in. All right, sprained ankle. That one's definitely. That's an injury that we can't afford to keep. Okay. Ruthard, one of my trash adapters. Given confident is like a decent candidate to, excuse me, given determined is a decent candidate to take to fight the barbarian madman. My best weapon for that right now is the man splitter, I think. I guess absent a two-handed flanged mace. I think that's true. So if I wanted to have him fight the madman in the near future, that means I would want to take Axe Mastery. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I do not consider that cheese. And it does, in fact, do a number on the Barbarian Madman. And in fact, in my last run as Peasant Militia, that is how I opened the fight against the Barbarian Madman, was with Spearwall. Our chattiest bro at the moment? God, I don't even know. We really don't have many Chads. Maybe Blackbeard here? I'm not, like, honestly, we don't have any Chads at all. It's just a whole company full of scrubs. But there's 16 of them, so it's kind of a beautiful thing. Yeah, we really don't have any Chads at all. We've got 16 serviceable bros. Yeah. Yes, the bad fatigue neutral is one of the best in the company. It's true. Alright, we got some gobos here. We'd like to fight these. Do I wait for nighttime? Maybe I don't even bother. I don't think I need to bother in this case. I think I can just fight it. I'll leave this guy's armor on, even though it's a bit scuffed. This guy should have his armor replaced. Yeah, sure. Alright, we'll move the tanks forward. Since they've got shields. Let the goblins waste all their ammunition there. Or not ammunition, they actually have unlimited ammunition. I just mean their attacks. Build up fatigue and, you know, whatever, while we bring the rest of the company forward. Ow. Yeah, not having Pathfinder kind of sucks. Turns out Pathfinder, pretty good perk. Who could have guessed? Ooh, yeah, fire pots against goblins? Hell yeah. Yeah, that works pretty well, doesn't it? The other enemy that fire pots are really good against is southern armies, because the damage from the fire pot is not reduced by nimble like most other damage you can do is. So southern armies kind of melt to fire pots, actually. Yeah, consumables do in fact solve a lot of the hard fights in this game. I agree. If we're considering dogs a consumable, which they kind of are, you just hope they don't get consumed, then they're another great example. Dogs are very good against goblins too. Mostly because it, you know, they're able to get in melee and just stop them from throwing all their bolas and shooting all their arrows. Alright, let's run Malik away. He was looking a little hurt. Yeah, dogs are mostly there to buy time to get in melee. And it is sad. Amarog, the warhound, being sacrificed. Just there. Wah! There we go. Good dog. Alright, we got another spiked impaler, which is pretty nice. We could go ahead and throw that on this guy, and I don't think that would be a bad thing. So let's do it. Yeah, it'll be nice to get bags and belts on some of these throwers. Kind of tempted to do it maybe a bit ahead of schedule. I don't know. It's kind of hard to convince myself to pick anything other than duelist here. It just adds so much damage to throwing weapons. It's kind of absurd how much it adds. Well, all right. Let's keep venturing to the edge of the map here. Okay. Have at least one famed weapon, shield, armor, and helmet. So we've got a famed weapon, we've got a famed shield, we've got a famed armor. Just a famed helmet? Or do we think we will simply more quickly find 8 hidden locations? Either one of these I think are good. This one is more variable. Kind of don't know when it'll happen. This one is more quickly gonna happen. So. Let's go see if we can get to this goblin camp before dawn. What's here? Some ambushers, many skirmishers, and an overseer? Okay. Not too bad. Let's get a dog equipped on everyone if they don't already have one. And then we'll take a look quick at the state of some of these armors. And we'll just swap out those that are damaged. Hey, you have a wonderful night yourself, Peasant. Good night. Thanks for hanging. All right, I think that's enough armor swapping, and let's do it. The goblin outposts with that description of defensible outpost erected by goblins actually have a pretty decent chance at famed gear. Does this guy have hesitant? No, he's just that slow. Okay. I mean, that makes sense that he's that slow. Okay. Luckily this terrain isn't too bad. It's kind of just a easy, straightforward approach, which we like. Dowa, dowa. Hey, thanks Mango Tonics. Yeah, it has been, it's been a good comeback. Eventually. We got there. Eventually. The FA Slingshot into two-hand is fine, and it does sometimes work as advertised and planned, but not quite that frequently. So it's just okay. It's not bad. It has done what I wanted it to some of the time. But it's also not that great. So it's fine. I do think it is a reasonable tool to keep in the toolbox for potential opportunities, if you get the right bro and the right conditions for it. Yeah, a solid alright. A solid alright indeed. It's a little bit like my infamous opinion on pineapple on pizza. It's fine. I don't know. One of the problems, actually, that I found with it is that even when I'm attacking something far away, getting that first fast adaptation stack makes it so the second sling attack hits more frequently than I'd like. So I end up with an awkward situation of like, oh, I lost my fast adaptation stacks. But the attack doesn't do that much damage. So it really wasn't worth it for it to happen. Kind of a goofy thing. But that has happened several times. That guy not having quick hands is so funny. Keep forgetting. Alright. Let's see what this little camp had. Whole lot of nothing. But we did get this spiked impaler, so I can't complain too much. Alright, let's make sure to stow those away. We'll get rid of some food that's just about to go bad. Get rid of paint and arrows. Get rid of these crappy shields. And that's good enough. Go ahead and equip this spiked impaler on one of the bros with just a regular crossbow. And let's see, what's everyone else's reach weapons currently? I think we do largely want to replace pikes with jagged pikes. Purely for the 5 AP attack opportunity. Because if we're going to use a reach weapon, it's more like, you know, we're not doing it for the damage. Not really, anyway. If we're attacking with a reach weapon, it's because we just need tactical flexibility. Okay. So we got a couple level ups to handle. We got our drunken hybrid here. Probably grab the melee defense over the hit points here. And we'll give him duelist. We've got our bad fatigue neutral. We'll give him quick hands since he's going to be standing in the back in case we need to pull out a big boy weapon. And I feel like there was something that happened in that battle that there's something I'm thinking of that I wanted to swap out. And now I can't think of what it might be. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, it'll be fine. Okay, so could head south and kind of sweep this little zone. Could go all the way down to Azim Shab and just go straight along the right side of the map here. That seems okay. We can take a peek at this goblin camp and possibly take a peek at this Sea of Tents. How likely do I think it is that I'll feel comfortable doing that fight? It's probably fine, but I really don't want to risk losing any bros. It's maybe plenty doable, but I think I'm not gonna spend the time even walking over there to check what its current configuration is, or whatever. Yeah, a few goblin shamans here? Nah. We could maybe do that at night, but we'll just keep moving on down. Another camp with a few goblin shamans? No thanks. Alright, we'll take a peek on this mountain. Okay. A small camp erected by orcs. A few young, a berserker, and a few warriors. Okay, that's like really easy. So let's do that one. Got a Zerk chain here that would be nice to acquire after this fight. And I'm fairly sure that I'm just gonna back up here 1 hex. Feel pretty okay about that. Oh, I need to get this. That's what it was. This guy's got a quiver of arrows, and that needs to be a quiver of bolts. That was the thing that I was thinking I needed to fix up. Okay. Get our FA stack. Hey, that's a very eager berserker. I'm fine with that. If he wants to just waltz up to his doom, sure. Got the Zerk chain, very nice. Let's let these warriors come forward and see where they end up. Okay. Some of those things, one of the things I need to keep in mind when I'm moving into enemy zone of control like I did with Jeffrey there, if I have a ranged weapon out, like the sling, I need to change that before I go directly into melee contact, otherwise they don't take the resolve check. And I want them to take that. That's kind of a important thing. Okay. Got the Zerk chain, but otherwise don't really care about much else here. We'll certainly take the copper bars and the orc weapons. Yeah, so if you walk into an enemy's zone of control with a ranged weapon, they don't take the resolve check where they can, you know, lower their resolve value, which you know, there's no point in not swapping weapons before walking into their zone of control. So it's just something I need to remember to do. So if I've got the sling out, I want to swap weapons before moving into that final hex. And it looks like I don't have a quiver of bolts, which is too bad. Hey, you're welcome. All right, this trash adapter, bro. I've got the Zerk chain, which I think is a great weapon. Truly, I really do. So I can give that to like this guy, and then take Flail Mastery. FLA. As opposed to the trash adapter with the axe. Another 1 in melee defense. That's too bad. I'm definitely gonna take it though. And we'll keep pumping up this guy's resolve. And oh, definitely taking nimble here. So we can swap his armor. And it would be nice to swap his helmet, but yeah, this is fine for now. And Leinard here has leveled up. Another decent perk on basically everyone in Peasant Militia is just going to be Backstabber. Basically the idea is just like kill everything before they get a chance to attack. You know, accumulate the fast adaptation stacks and then just like unload. Kind of gives a little bit of a rationale for taking Relentless in some cases on some brothers as well. Yeah, screw it. It's not too late. We'll just take it. Why not? Commit to the bit. We'll do it on most of the squad, and I think the run will be just fine. We'll be plenty powerful. Being able to field 16 bros is kind of an insanely strong compensation for the downsides of Peasant Militia. Okay, so I could try to chase these orc footprints back. Doesn't seem like too bad of an idea. Find where they came from. Aha. Got another Zerk chain, got a man splitter. think it would be more challenging if adaptation worked only range 0 for range miss and melee for melee. Yeah. Certainly that would make this build pointless, right? Now, that said, I don't even know that this build is like good enough to even really care all that much. Like, this is, it's pretty sufficient, you know, it's pretty fully into Gimmickville. I don't know. Don't want to waste the fast adaptation stacks. Hitting an enemy that's already fleeing. Oh my goodness. That berserker just killed his ally. Can you believe it? Alright, so we got another man splitter. Didn't get the other Zerk chain. That's fine. Oh, you've decided you're not running and you're ready to rejoin the fight. Okay. Unexpected. Alright. We'll grab the furs, we'll grab these orc weapons, get rid of the strange meat and food that's gonna go bad. And we'll grab these tools. So we'll probably put the man splitter on somebody. I think man splitter is gonna outperform the great axe. So we'll go ahead and put it on a bro. Nice level up here. Alright, maybe Halston can be a usable fatigue neutral after all. Okay, so we'll head south here. It would be nice to find more orc camps. More footprints. Let's trace them back to their source. Similar to what we just did. Same idea. The hope here is that we find the camp they spawned from. Yeah, I think it's just a little too easy for me to lose bros fighting orcs in the swamp. I think it just is. I mean, it's probably not too bad. But I think I can wait just a little bit before doing that. We took on enough risk early on in this campaign with some possibly ill-advised fights. Okay. Plethora of ancient legionaries, that's certainly doable. I don't have the inventory space to even really swap weapons. That's annoying. So what I'll do is just bring in more melee bros. It might be nighttime by the time we reach here anyway. We'll back those guys up one, these up two. And so I'm gonna make one big long line. Okay, we got one super long battle line. So now let's let the ancient legionaries find their way to us. Okay. I could move this guy forward. How risky is that? Slightly, but I do get like 2 turns, basically. So it's probably fine. Ka-chonk. Same deal with this flail. I think this is actually fine, question mark? Okay, and does this guy have duelist yet? He does. Nice, and that's the reason I asked the question, was he could get a kill there, and then he did. Oh, whoops. Thought that was a different bro. Get them, dogs. Jagged pikes aren't so good for this fight. What does this guy have? He does not have axe mastery. Oh, but he can still swing this one more time. Dogs should get a bonus for skellies, because dogs eat bones, because they love chewing on bones. Okay, yeah, exactly. Twitch wanted to make sure that the word bones was okay, so it held your message briefly. Okay, and we have a great helmet here. Dang. Oh, not that one. We are just swimming in good named items. So that ambition of find one of each, you know, shield, weapon, helmet, and body armor, well, we would have completed it just right here. I know. It's like, it's so funny. I mean, I don't want to complain about forged gear. That seems idiotic, but like, it wasn't in the plan. I was thinking the most likely things I would first start acquiring would be the berserk, you know, orc berserker weapons. Not like named helmets and stuff like that. Oh, there's a signet ring there. Should have grabbed that. Shoot. Ooh, a whip negating bone plating. That's a feels bad. There's no value in that. Well, I guess Jeffrey is gonna get Sir Wilhelm's Saleh with mail to go with Sir Otto's mercenary coat. losing food for no reason. Always a little sad. See if we can find more orc footprints on our way south here. Or footprints of any kind, I suppose. Occupied ruins. Could go fight there. I am gonna need to get back just to get tools. But we can fight groups of undead. We just did it once, we can do it again. How am I supposed to collect these fast adaptation stacks if I keep hitting the enemy? Alright, now we'll wait on everyone and let them come to me. They are kind of obnoxiously clumped together. So they didn't spread out on my front line. Okay. Just took down a bunch of undead like they were nothing. We'll replace the bolas with pikes. All I gotta do is explore 2 more locations, and I'll get this ambition completed. The ancient statue, how lovely. We're not gonna visit that quite yet, but when we do eventually make our way to the Black Monolith, that is a nice pit stop to make just prior. Cool, and that gives us our ambition, and we'll go ahead and take out that undead camp. Does this guy need to be a nimble tank? I guess maybe the answer to that is no, he doesn't. His fatigue is terrible, so if he's gonna be a forge tank, he's just gonna be... Yeah, I don't know. What's the best way to... I'll delay that decision and I'll level someone else up. Alright, we'll get this guy nimble. We'll definitely give him a different armor. Yeah, I mean, if I've already got enough named armors, I guess my banner could be forged as well. That'd be fine, I guess. Yeah, I feel like it just makes sense to make this guy a nimble tank. We're gonna do it, regardless of the crazy luck when it comes to items thus far. Okay, so we'll go ahead and fight this necromancer. When I was a kid, I read the word necromancer, I think from probably Heroes of Might and Magic 2, might have been the first context I had for the word, not sure. But I pronounced it necromancer, with emphasis on the second syllable. And I still, every once in a while, will say it that way. There's the Geists. Okay, so we'll need to get up there and rally. Bijante has the undead necklace thing, so he's pretty resilient to the screams. Oh, I suppose I don't have much spare fatigue, huh? That's fine. Okay. Got one of the Geists. Okay, good. Rallied the one bro that I really wanted to rally. Alright, Geist's down. Okay. Nice easy fight. Got some ancient gold coins. Can't complain about that. Basic mail shirt, some kettle hats. Okay, Bijante leveled up. We'll go ahead and take Indom here. Again, I don't think I'm going to bother taking Recover on this build, but Indom will be a tool to get in place for charging orcs and other such enemies. All right, we have ambushed trade routes, which as far as I'm concerned is a good thing to see here because we've got an inventory full of stuff that we want to sell. All right, so we're definitely going to make bone plating here for sure. Probably just heavy war dog armor. I mean, I guess I could hang on to the unhold hide for like Lindworm scale cloak or whatever, but we'll just make heavy war dog armor. And then all the trade goods and everything, I suppose I'm just gonna go ahead and sell. I'm gonna hang on to a few of these hats and armors to sort of figure out which nimble sets I want to keep and how I want to have all that configured. Money, 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 money. Okay, I'm rich. I'm like really rich. Pretty nice. Night Owl Elixir? Not sure if I want to buy that or not. I don't think so. Gonna buy tools. At least some. Pretty close to our fourth retinue slot. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be back in just 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So, I'm thinking about doing this hunt down what terrorizes Kabira, specifically to look for hyenas. And if it's not hyenas, I don't want to do it. Serpents. Yeah, it's too easy for serpents to nab a bro, grab, snag, take. Anyway, and then for them to just get surrounded and bit to death. So I'm probably just gonna say no to that contract. I'll just cancel it. They can deal with the serpents on their own. Alright, I don't think I need any of those armors anymore. I think I've got kind of the fun potential nimble pieces all equipped on the back line there. As far as helmets are concerned, definitely don't need the Nomad light helmets anymore. Well, maybe one backup set of sort of crappy forged stuff is a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Okay, so I can sell some of these things. And I could apply the bone plating to something. One of my forged armors here seems like a good idea. I'll just put it on this one, I suppose. On Sir Otto's mercenary coat. Let's see if there's any other buying and selling I want to do. Maybe could buy those nets. Not a terrible idea. I like bone plating on nimble armors. I think it's pretty good. I feel like often my nimble brothers have dodge, and so that's a good place for like hyena pelt. But no, I like bone plating for nimble armors too. I think it's just really good. It's good on a lot of armors. It's just good. So yeah, I'm just gonna cancel this contract and head to Azim Shab. I'll fight these nomads. Ooh. Hyenas. I'd like to fight some hyenas just for the crafting mats. Oh, and I need to get this guy some bolts. Doggies. Don't let them get away. Alright. Got a couple of those nomad slings, which normally I wouldn't care about at all, but I'm missing a couple on some of my bros here, so we'll do it. We'll get those equipped. And then we'll fight these hyenas on our way to Azam Shab. Hope I didn't just sacrifice that hyena, or excuse me, that dog to that hyena. I feel like maybe I kind of did. Did. I wonder what hyenas actually sound like in real life. Do they make sounds anything like the crazy sounds that they do in this game? They sound so weird. Because, for example, the game Valheim, apparently, that weird sound that the deer make in that game is a sound that some deer somewhere apparently make. I've been around deer an awful lot living in the Midwest United States, and I've never heard deer sound like they do in that game, but apparently that's actual deer sounds that that's based off of. Anyway, that got me thinking about the hyena sounds, and if those are anything like what hyenas actually sound like. Okay. And I guess we'll do a forge banner of some form for Little Turd the Second. I guess. It's weird, but sure. Alright, won't make it to Azim Shab before nightfall. I think that's okay. Could possibly get 2 arena fights out of this. Got 2 3-skull contracts. Hunt down what kills people in the desert. I don't really want to fight a ton of Ifrits for no reason, so I'm gonna decline. Hunt down what terrorizes? Maybe. But we'll chill here for just a moment, wait for dawn. Take a look at what's for sale. A terrible 3-handed flail, not interested. Not exactly the things I was hoping to see here in The Alchemist. A really cheap manhunter? We'll take a look at that. He's fine, but we don't need him. Alright, let's see what's in the arena. 3 nachos. Nachos in the arena. Noxerers have pretty terrible armor penetrating damage, so Forge tends to do really well against them. So I don't even have to do Halston here, it could be someone else, but I could take like these 3 bros. Or at least this armor. I suppose something a little bit beefier. And that's probably fine. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Because what is the Noxeror is... The big Noxeror has... Yeah, 55 to 80 damage that only does 75% damage to armor and 10% armor ignore. So terrible against armor. But I kind of hate fighting them. In the arena specifically. Just because they're likely to be you know, like 2 T3s and a T2, and then I just get eaten up, and that sucks. But I want to get the +5 resolve buff on the banner, ideally. So I do want to take this fight. I've got a couple bros that have determined that will start confident. And I feel a lot better with them in this fight. And I can get a couple FA stacks to start the battle off right. And honestly, even just the battle standard as a weapon is fine here, because it has the plus 10% chance to hit. Hey, Corvus Korak. It's going all right. We've picked up a few famed armors and stuff, and yeah, I would say the team's doing actually pretty well. All right, and I'll do a different weapon for the banner. Honestly, a double-gripped boar spear. Or even just this whip. Why not? Against Nox arrows? That seems okay. Okay. Alright, and again, what we want is the FA stacks. So, could go forward just to attack at max range and then back up. Oh yeah, Big Nacho is dangerous. There's no way around that. I agree. And so this guy can attack if I, let him get closer, but I'd rather have the FA stacks. Dang it. Yeah, accumulating the FA stacks has been more awkward than I have liked it to be. Is it normal that on day one you got attacked by 7 Brigand Raiders? Out in the wilderness? Yes. I would describe it as unfortunate, but not necessarily abnormal. Okay, that fight went fine. No injuries. We can take just a moment here to wait until day 66 officially rolls around. And we'll see what next day's arena fight is. 3 nomads. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Beginning first poacher run. Got out of the woods and boom, briggies. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, enemy groups that spawn on the map do grow in strength over time. And 7 Brigand Raiders is definitely among the strongest possible spawns at that point, I would think. And I suppose you just honestly got unlucky. But it's one of those fights that you see it and you just run away. Collect our fast adaptation stack. Ka-chonk. So the sling is not for damage. The sling is supposed to miss. Ideally, in fact, misses. Which might seem counterintuitive at first glance. However, it's something I'm experimenting with in this run as a way of making use of some total trash bros. And the idea is that the sling has some of the worst penalties when it comes to hitting, especially at long range. And so a bro with abysmal range skill, and in fact a bro with abysmal all stats, if you can prime that first attack with 2 rocks you sling that are almost sure to miss, getting a plus 20% chance to hit on that first attack is a really big deal. And so the sling is very much intentional, and the goal is to miss. I think in practice, it's practically more of a gimmick than it is an actually interesting or useful thing. I think the value is relatively low, but it's been a fun experiment. It's been interesting, anyway. Fun to play with and sort of figure out a little. Okay. Well, I think this is actually a nice place for me to call it. No one else is streaming Battle Brothers at the moment. Can you believe it? Well, I suppose then that will be that. I'm gonna... Oh, actually, there is a great streamer that I enjoy watching, that I've watched for a long time, called Dolphin Chemist, who's playing a deck builder that I'm curious to check out, so I'm actually going to be lurking in there while I get ready for bed. So to all of you, have yourselves a lovely evening or day wherever you are. Ta-ta.